Nobody prepares you for the goodbye. Welcome once again to JV Matters. I'm your host, Coach Lowry. This is a YouTube video as well as a podcast for coaches, parents, players, and anyone who understands that football isn't just about Friday night lights. All right, let's get started. This is on this game of which we love called football. As a coach, we all get that itch we love to scratch, or we need to scratch, I should say, about coaching football. Being on the field with the kids we love, not only teaching them about the X's and O's, but about teaching them life's lessons that they will carry on through life. So let's get started. One of the realities of JV football, or JV coaching, I should say, that nobody talks about or talks enough about is that nobody prepares you for the goodbye. Not the end of the banquet, or not the end of the season banquet, not the final game, not the team picture. I'm talking about the moment players move on, the moment a player you spent months with, or even sometimes years developing, leaves your team. He goes, he's gone. He's now moving up. At the JV level, that's actually the goal. We're supposed to prepare players for the next level. We're supposed to get them ready for varsity. We're not supposed we are supposed to help them grow, get ready, mature. But that doesn't make it any easier. At the JV, every JV coach knows that feeling. You've spent countless of hours with a group of players. You groom them, you coach them, you correct them, you challenge them, you encourage them. Sometimes you even get frustrated with them. They even get frustrated with you. But in the end, they come back to you the next day. They are family. You love them like family. You protect them like family. Then one day they're gone. Maybe they moved up to varsity. Maybe they graduated from JV level. Maybe their football journey takes a different path. Whatever the reason, that chapter closes. And you realize just how much time, effort, energy you invested in those young men. Most people don't understand that part of coaching. They see the practices, they see the competition, they see the competitiveness, but they just don't see the relationships that develop over time. This relationship is one with that starts with non-starters and starters alike. There's a tight bond that the coaches and the players have up and down. A coach sees his players at his best. He also sees them at their worst. He sees them when they're struggling. He sees them when they get setbacks. He sees them on their bad days. He sees them on their good days. The moment when confidence disappears, and if he's lucky, he gets to see those same players fight through the challenges. He gets to see them when the light finally goes off and says, wow, I finally get it. That's where real coaching happens. Not during the easy moments. Everybody can coach during the easy times. It's during the difficult ones that makes coaching tough. I can honestly say that some of my favorite memories as a coach have very little to do with wins and losses. Don't get me wrong, I like the wins, but they all deal with the conversations I've had, the moments that I've had with them, the breakthroughs, watching a player finally understand something he's been struggling with all season long. Watching a young man mature, watching confidence appear where doubt used to live. In the weight room, a player hitting his personal best, coming up to me yelling, Coach, Coach, I did my PR. Those moments matter most because they never, because they remind you that coaching is about more than football. The difficult part is that coaching is temporary. We have to remember that. These kids move on. These players move on. Players eventually don't stick around. They're gone. That's how it's supposed to be. My job as a JV coach is to really get them ready for a few things, for varsity football, life after football, and to be able to carry themselves with confidence. If we're doing our job correctly, the players will outgrow us. They'll move forward. They will take that next step. One of those three directions is where they're going to be heading. That's success, even if it feels bittersweet. I remember years ago when a player moved up to varsity. Part of me was excited. Part of me knew he had earned it, but another part of me knew our time working together was ending. The daily coaching was finished. Our conversations was over. The practices was all done, but he was ready to move on. It was time for him to move on. And that's something only coaches truly understand. Coaches and players grow tight together. They get this, they develop a special bond that no one truly understands. The parents don't always understand it. The teachers don't understand it, but coaches understand it. You invest in players knowing that eventually they're going to leave. And yet you keep investing anyways because that's your mission. That's the mission. That's the responsibility. That's the privilege of coaching. And you love this kid or these kids that much that you invest all of your time, your energy into them. Not only because you have to, but because these kids deserve the best you have to offer. And you are going to give them the best. The best from you and the best from your staff. The best JV coaches understand that they are preparing players for something bigger than their own team. They're helping prepare them for the future, whether they stick with football or not, whether they go someplace else, whatever they do, we are preparing them for the next chapter in their life. Again, whether it's football or life, football, but in either case, they will have memories to carry with them. And when that future finally arrives, the job is to be proud, not possessive, to celebrate, not complain, to support, not resent. Because the goal was never to keep players. The goal was always to prepare them, to send them, if it were out of the nest or kick them out of the nest, so to speak. That's the reality of JV coaching. You spend countless of hours helping them grow or helping your players grow. Then one day you shake your head and you watch them move forward. And if you've done your job right, that's one of the greatest victories you'll ever experience as a coach, to watch your players move on. So in closing, one of the hardest lessons I want to tell you as a JV coach is this. Players are not meant to stay with us forever. They're meant to grow. And sometimes the greatest compliment a coach can receive is watching a player become ready for the next step, to move on, whether it is with football or another path. But they will carry the memories of you as their coach. But the coach, be that coach that they remember. So here's a quote from Joe Paterno. The will to win is important, but the will to prepare is vital. So again, thank you for listening and watching. If you like the video, please share with your family and friends. Hit the like button and subscribe as well on that button below. I hope you will all have an outstanding day. I will see you on the next episode of J